This is the dorsal column, okay, or dorsal funiculus. Between the ventral median fissure and the ventrolateral sulcus on each side, ventral funiculus. And then between the dorsolateral and ventrolateral, you have the lateral funiculus. This contains white matter with axons containing myelin. Remember, that's why it's absorbing the stain. And they contain ascending, descending tracts. Remember, collections of nuclei in the CNS is a nucleus. Connection of nerve cell bodies, rather, in the CNS is a nucleus. But the collection of axons in the CNS is a fiber tract. Therefore, you have fiber tracts here in the white matter because they are collections of axons in the spinal cord. And you call them fiber tracts. They may either go up, sensory, ascending, or descend, motor. Now, both the lateral and ventral funiculi contain a mixture of ascending and descending tracts. So, you will study that eventually. Ascending and descending tracts are scattered in the ventral and lateral funiculi. The dorsal column is purely ascending. It is purely sensory. What sensory modality? It is conscious proprioception or position sense, vibration sense. Alam mo yung tuning fork, ilalagay, that's vibration sense. Position sense, like I know my thumb is up. Position sense. And also touch, specifically fine touch. Kasi yung crude touch is anterior spinothalamic. So this is fine touch. So functions of the dorsal column will be conscious proprioception or position sense, vibration sense, and fine touch. And they are all ascending, alright? So, let's now look at the different cross-section. So you have cervical, thoracic, lumbar, and sacral. First, let's start thoracic. Okay. What makes the thoracic distinct from the others is the fact that the dorsal and ventral horn are very thin. In contrast, for example, to the cervical here and to the lumbar, mataba yung ventral horn nila. Why? Why will the ventral horn of the cervical and lumbar be wide? Why? Ha? Hindi, motor nga ito eh. Maraming motor neuron. Bakit mas maraming motor neuron sa cervical at sa lumbar? Konti sa thoracic. Limbs, very good. From the cervical, you have the motor neuron supplying the upper limbs. Dami yata muscle niyan. And then from the lumbar, you have motor neurons supplying your lower limbs. Kaya, di ba merong cervical and lumbar enlargement? Specifically because of the very wide ventral horn. You understand? Eh, bakit manipis si thoracic? Konti lang yung muscle na sinusunod. Anong muscle yun? Not necessarily. Muscles of respiration will be part of it. Trunk muscles, no? The costals and all the other muscles of respiration here sa chest. Pero this specifically supplies your trunk. Mas konti naman ang muscle sa trunk. That's why I think Dr. Raymond Rosales talked to you about the derivatives of the ventral ramus of the spinal nerve, di ba? Pag cervical, nagiging brachial plexus. Kasi muscle ng kamay, di ba? Pag lumbosacral, nagiging lumbosacral plexus kasi lower limb muscles. Eh pag thoracic, intercostal nerve. Kasi it only supplies your, di ba, intercostals? So manipis. So first, for the thoracic, very thin dorsal and ventral gray. And look at the intermediate zone here. Sabi natin, at the thoracolumbar segment, sympathetic neurons. No? And one of them is your intermediolateral cell column dyan. So here, the intermediolateral cell column is here. It forms a bulging. Therefore, unlike the cervical and thoracic where you have a convex shape here, kita nyo? Sexy. Here, there is a protuberance, a prominence, a bulging, and that is known as your lateral horn. So for thoracic, you will find the lateral horn due to the prominence of your intermediolateral cell column. Do you understand? Therefore, how do you know it's thoracic pag silip mo? Pag payat, thin but pregnant. So very easy to remember. Thin, gray, but pregnant. Sayang, ano? Thin nga, sexy sana, kaya lang buntis. So here you have a prominence of your lateral horn. And what is the lateral horn? What is the function of the lateral horn? It contains actually your intermediolateral cell column sympathetic outflow. So from the intermediolateral cell column, lalabas din siya sa ventral root, spinal nerve, wide ramus, naalala niyan? And then to your paravertebral sympathetic ganglia. Is that understood? So can I now ask you to look at the thoracic cord segment? We'll finish in about 20 minutes and then I will ask you